Alright, John Oaks here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, PA location, and today we have another addition to our inventory to go over with you. This is a 1966 Chevrolet Nova Chevy 2. So as you can see, our car here is done in the solid blue color here on the exterior. Not quite like a marina blue, it's a little lighter than that, I believe, but nonetheless, it's a fantastic paint job on this car, nice and smooth and shiny the whole way around on it, as you'll see as we walk around here today. So starting here at the front, we do have our bright work, the chrome bumpers here, both front and back. Of course, all your trim around the headlights, grille area, and so forth. Now, they did elect to go without wheel-lip moldings on this car, give it a nice clean look, just a solid color. Of course, you see the Cragar SS Mag wheels. Those are chrome steel wheels, 15-inch wheels front and back, and then we have a nice set of BFGoodrich Radial TA tires on those, 205/60/15s on the front, 225/60/15s on the rear to give it a little bit of rake there. Now again, the sides of this car, the body work, the fitment and the alignment, all of that is really, really good on this car. Sides are nice and straight. Our gaps here on our doors are pretty uniform front to back, and the elevations when you compare it to the fenders and the quarter panels are dead on, and you can see all of your body lines all line up just about perfect on this car. Now again, drip rail moldings, they did not leave them in the bright, they actually painted those the same color, and our rain gutters are nice and smooth the whole way around too. So again, all of that's in nice shape. The wing windows, you can see those are in good shape. All of the glass altogether is in good shape. We have the windows down here, but we're going to open these up so we can show you that interior. Again, kind of that same blue color scheme, a little bit of the white piping on those split bench front seats. You see factory dash with all the factory instrumentation, factory steering wheel. You do have a column mount tack on there, and you have an updated radio. It's one of those custom Autosounds AM FM radios in there. Fits right in the stock location, no modifications necessary. We'll close up our door. We're going to go ahead back to the rear of the car now. Now you see on the quarter panels we've got the Chevy 2 emblems back here, the badging. Then we come around the back and we'll see that chrome rear bumper. Again, the trunk fitment. You can see your gaps the whole way around, all very uniform. The rear glass here is in great shape too, and all of your bright moldings here are in great condition too. Taillights, the lenses on both sides, those are in great condition. There's no cracks, no chips or anything like that, and the bezels around there, those are nicely polished up and they look good as well. So again, Chevy 2 logo back here on the trunk lid also. We'll go ahead and open our trunk lid up, show you the inside of the trunk. First off, the trunk lock itself works. Trunk hinges and the spring all work. They hold that trunk lid up. The paint on the underside just as nice as the rest of the car. Real nice and shiny. You've got the decal here for your jack instructions. Of course, we've got the trunk pan itself. Good, solid pans. Again, when we show you the underside of this vehicle, you're going to see that there was a lot of care put into this car as it was being built. We've got the full-size spare in here on a steel wheel. It's a red line bias ply tire. We also have our floor mats here. And I'm not sure what's in our pouches here. Probably like maybe our jack and so forth, or our wheel lug wrench is what's in there. And then the jack is back behind the wheel there. So all of that's in good condition. Weather stripping also around the trunk here too. Nice and soft, looks to be pretty new. So again, sealing up is going to be very, very good here. You should not have any kind of moisture in that trunk at all. We'll close this. Closes nice and easy too. And then we'll come around to the passenger side. Again, I'm just going to give a quick look up along the side of the car there. Make sure that the panels are all nice and straight, which they are. Again, body lines on this side line up very good, just like they did on the other side. As we come up here to the door, again, we'll check out our gaps front to back. They look very uniform. And then we'll go ahead and open up and show you on the passenger side now. Now again, with that blue interior and those split bench seats up front, You also have all of the seat belts, front and rear. It is a 4-speed car there. You've got the floor shifter down there. Also, the dash is in great condition. There's no cracks there either. So all is in good condition. Again, that door shuts nice and easy. As we come around, the windshield's in great condition. No scratches or chips or anything there. All the moldings are in good shape the whole way around. And then that brings us up to the front of our car. Again, you'll see this is your stock steel hood. You'll see your gaps the whole way around the hood. Elevations are really good compared with those front fenders. And then you'll see the grille, see the bumper, all of that is in excellent shape. Polished up, really, really nice. It shines really good here for us. So we're going to go ahead and open our hood up, and then we'll take a look at what we've got for a power plant underneath it. So again, with this being a 66 Nova, not a real big car, not a real heavy car. It doesn't take a whole lot of engine to really power these cars around. Now, as you can see in here, we do have, it is a 327 cubic inch motor. It's got the factory looking chrome air cleaner on top. You've got it's a Holley single feed 4-barrel carburetor. Looking up the numbers on that, I believe it comes out that it's a 585 CFM carburetor on this motor. Got the aluminum Snowflake intake here, and the water neck, the water gooseneck there, that's in good shape. All your radiator hoses look to be new with the original style clamps on them. Also, heater lines are all hooked up on it with the original style clamps as well. Got a set of chrome valve covers with the 327 decals on there also. Now this is a manual brake, manual steering car, but again, nice light car. Really doesn't take a lot to get it stopped or to steer this car. You actually probably have a little better feel for the road without the power steering on this car. Sometimes that's too quick on a light car like this. Stock style radiator here also. Got a 5-blade clutch fan on it for cooling, and of course we've got the fan shroud on there as well. Now as far as the ignition system in here, they did keep it mainly stock, so stock style distributor and coil is what you're going to have on this car. And then as far as exhaust, to help it breathe, they've just kept with the stock cast exhaust manifolds. Dual exhaust on this, brand new exhaust underneath it. Dynomax mufflers on there, gives it a nice little throaty sound to the engine. So again, all in all, it's going to be a nice performer for you. A little 327, plenty of motor to get this car moving down the road. All right, we've got our 66 Chevrolet Nova here up on the lift, so we're going to go through the underside of this car. This car actually is really, really nice underneath here, so just kind of take notice of everything here, especially the floors on this car. It's just tremendous what it looks like underneath here. So, starting here at the front, as we always do, we'll start with our suspension and steering components. So as far as suspension, it's pretty much all stock stuff up here. Your lower control arms and upper control arms, those are all just factory stamped steel components. We do have a front sway bar here. Those sway bar bushings at the frame and at your sway bar end links here, those are all in great condition. Again, all the components are in great shape too. Looks like bushings are all new. Ball joints look to be all new too, and you can tell that everything's been greased up and maintained very well with this car too. As far as the steering components, now this is a manual steering, manual brake car, but we've got your center link here, you've got your tie rods, all the ball joints look to be all new, the tie rods look to be new themselves basically. All the rubber dust boot covers, those are all intact also, and again, like I mentioned, you can tell everything's been greased and maintained very well on this car. 4-wheel drum brakes as far as the stopping power on this car. Again, kept it pretty much all stock, but again, everything's new. Even the rubber lines on these brakes, you can tell all of that stuff is all new components on this car. Now, as far as the drive line, we do have a 327 cubic inch small block Chevrolet motor. We've got that backed up with a Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission. Now as far as the oil pan on the motor, everything looks dry there. Transmission, same thing, everything looks dry. Rear seal looks nice and dry on the transmission too. Then we've got our drive shaft here. You can see that got a loop right here for it too, so it doesn't drop down. Comes back, it's a balanced unit. Takes a lot of that vibration out of the drivetrain that you might have because of the drive shaft. Then the rear end. This is a 12-bolt GM rear end. It is a POSI unit in here. As far as the rear suspension, multi-leaf rear suspension on this car. We've got rear air shocks too, so you'll be able to raise and lower the rear ride height on this car very easily just with the use of an air hose if you need to. Fuel tank, this thing looks brand new underneath here. There's not a mark on it. Your straps are all in great shape. All of our lines, our fuel lines are in great shape too. Brake lines also, everything's all routed right along the rockers here on the car. Pinch welds and rockers on both sides, all straight and look to be in great condition. Emergency brake is all hooked up here also. Now again, I mentioned about the floors. You can take a look at these floors, everything. These are all the regular stamped steel floors for this car. You can see all the markings, all the braces are here in the floors. The frame is nice and straight the whole way up through here on the front subframe. Even your dog legs here as they go up over the top of the rear end here, those are nice and straight and look to be in great shape also. As far as the exhaust system on this car, we do have stock cast exhaust manifolds, dual exhaust, and this is, you can tell this is all new stuff here. You've got all the good style of clamps. They've got the bungs already welded in case you ever had to put the O2 sensors in. Of course, you've got your X pipe right here. Then you've got a set of dual Dynomax mufflers here. Now again, Dynomax mufflers, they're going to perform very well for you too. Give it a nice little throaty sound to it too. And then of course it's got the tailpipes on it that go up over top of the rear housing. And then they exit between the quarter panel and the leaf spring on this car. So again, that's pretty much everything underneath here. Again, it looks great. I mean, you could pretty much eat off the bottom of this car. It's that clean. Yeah.